Alright, well, I go by Rokun, mostly, in the fandom recently. I also in the past have gone by Louvatar, and some of the older fans may know me by that name, like on like J Plop and stuff. I don't know if I even pronounce it right, JP Lop, like I say it, but uh, I'm from the US, from Indiana actually, so middle US.
Hi, I'm Chanting, and I'm been a fan for about 15 years, give or take.
So my name is Ashley. I live in the United States. I've been a Hello Project fan since 2005, and yeah, I love this fandom a lot.
My name is Vaughn, and I usually go as Oyasunimi on Twitter, and I'm a huge Beyond fan.
I'm Chris, I'm 24 years old from Sweden, and I've been loving Hello Project for about 10 years now.
Yeah, I'm Cam, or Camila, from Chile. Hello Project fan since March of 2011. I do cover songs and jobs.
I'm from Mexico. I am 34 years old. I've been a Hello Project fan for 13 years.
I'm Michelle. I'm from Germany, and I've been a fan of Hello Project since about 2014.
Okay, hi, I'm Chazul. I am from England.
So my name is Lucas. On Twitter, Ricominio. The Ricominio guide. Syria, but I live in Canada.
Hello, I'm Bubbles. I'm from the UK and I've been a fan since 2019.
So I'm Mary, I'm French, and I'm 30 years old.
So, hi everyone. I'm Charlotte from France. How you can hear that, I think. And I've been a fan of Hello Project for few years now. My main group is Under the Moon, and you probably have seen that if you follow me on Twitter. So yeah, and I'm very happy to participate in this interview.
So I have kind of been asking myself this question for a couple years now, but I'm pretty sure, because I watched Shugokara when I was like 10 or 11 years old, so I'm pretty sure that I did watch a lot of Bono like videos and stuff, but I had no clue that was actually a Hello Project. I don't think I actually knew that the Hello Project existed until I was 15, so that would be like 9 years ago, and that's when I kind of really got into Momosu for the first time, and then I kind of found Anjurumu just by clicking YouTube videos back and forth, and I kind of made the connection myself that the videos are edited very similarly, and like it feels like they have something to do with Momosu, and then I kind of started reading comments when they started talking about Hello Project. And so yeah, 9 years ago, about 2000 and... how old am I? 2014? Yeah, I'd say 13, 14, somewhere in that area.
So what got me into the fandom was around like the same year I was like reading manga for the first time, and I came across this manga called Full Moon Osagashite by Irina Tanimura, who was a old school Hello Project fan, and she made a lot of references to like Masura Aya, and also how she took inspiration for the main character's hairstyle from Aikaga, who was a fourth generation member at the time of Mori Musume, and that really got my interest, and I was like, okay, I want to check it out. So the next thing you know, I was like doing research, and I came across like a video. I believe it was like Mori Musume's Robin My Dear Boy, and I watched it, and I was like, wow, they look pretty cool, because I love their outfits, because in the music video they had like this like purple dragon motif, which really stood out to me. And then from there I discovered Cute shortly after that, and I got hooked to them ever since.
Not exactly. I was just watched the MVs, saw her, started to like her?
So yeah, when I was a teenager, I was rather a fan of Morning Musume, and I still follow them, but I'm more into Android. Yeah. To explain it a bit further, I got into Morning Musume because of 1, 2, 3, because it was really popular when it went out. So yeah, it started that way. Yeah. I'm forever gonna defend that song.
I watched a dance cover from Kozoe. She did Moonlight Night, and I wanted to find the original one and stumbled across the performances from the Aki-chan's concert from Morning Musume 2013. And someone uploaded all the performances from the concert, so I watched it all over again and fell in love with the music and also with Michishika Sayumi, so I looked her up and also the rest of the group. And then, yeah, I slowly fell into the hole.
I found Hello Project through Shigokara, probably the same as everybody else, same age as me. So I was a fan of the anime, and through that I found Forno, and through that I found
Okay, yeah, actually, one day, 13 years ago, I was listening to Korean pop. At those times, there was a dance machine that was very popular here in Mexico called Pump It Up. And I was a fan of that dance machine and its soundtrack. So I was looking for the clips of those songs on YouTube, and then while I was listening to one of them, in the related column I found basically Summer Reggae Rainbow from, I think the name was I don't remember the name of the group, but I guess you know the song. And well, that was it. I clicked because I was intrigued because the title, it said that it was Japanese reggae and stuff like that. It was live, but whatever. But yeah, well, I got interested, and then from that. I saw that there were girls that didn't look Japanese, like Liwa Sanpo, and then I searched information about her. I found information about Yaguchi Mari. Then I searched Yaguchi Mari. That brought me to Ayaka's Surprise English Lessons, and well, the rest is history.
Well, I excuse me. Set it back to maybe around 2004, 2005 maybe. So it'd be like 17 or so years now. As I remember, I first started getting into Morning Musume at the time. Of course, none of the other current groups existed back then, but Berries and Cute were just starting to get started with, and I didn't catch on to them for another few years either. But yeah, I started the 2003 Jugonin de Nonstop concert was the first kind of concert I watched a lot, and I watched it kind of over and over. There was a time when I didn't have internet and stuff for a while, so I couldn't do much of anything except I had like that concert downloaded, so I kind of watched it and some other things over and over. But that kind of started getting me into it, and started learning the girls from things like Joshikashimashi Monogatari, the original, and just kind of kept around and kept doing things from there.
I got into the fandom because of my sister. I think somehow she started watching Kiraling Revolution, and she was telling me that, hey, this song sounds good, and then I can't remember which song it was. I think Koharu was singing something about fireworks, Hanabi, and then after that, I think it was mostly through my sister, because she was the one that was checking the HO tracker back in the day, and she was the one also doing the downloading torrents and for us to watch concerts and our morning. But when I actually started interacting with fans, that'll be Oh, but before that, I was reading blogs because there was a website that kind of collated all the bloggers that were blogging about HP. So I was reading a few bloggers who were doing those back then, and I was sometimes commenting or just reading. But then when I was actually interacting with other fans and the committee, that would be much later, like when I actually restarted my Twitter. So,
The first time, so it was with Kyoto and School, and after that, Morning Musume in the same week, something like that. It was really fast for me, and because I was on internet listening to some radio, and it was current singer Konbo, I don't know if you know her. And so I started some research about her on YouTube, and I found Songbon Chinky, another Korean group, and one of their song was in Japanese, and I lost myself to YouTube and Kyoto and buried. I don't know how, but it was some kind of revelation at the time.
I mean, I found it through because I liked another idol group at the time. I was watching their videos on YouTube, and there was a Morning Musume music video that came up in the recommended. I was bored, so I clicked on that, and I found I quite liked the song. I think it was "What Is Love" from Morning Musume 14. And sorry, yeah, I quite liked it, so I just kept going through the recommended and fell way too deep into the rabbit hole, and now I'm here.
In 2010, I got a cable TV, and in Chile we have a channel that is kind of dedicated to anime. So when I first saw that channel, I got into the anime in Atom 11, and I got into the third season with and the ending. I fell in love with it. That ending was Otakebi Boy Wow by Berry, and immediately after the episode ended, that channel is also known for play Asian music in the commercial breaks. I didn't know it like immediately because I wasn't paying attention, but after that I listened and saw the Kimagure Princess video.
I was listening to like just J-pop and like seiyus and stuff because I'm a Love Live fan, and I came across I forget how to pronounce it when I'm looking at it, but I came across an old Morning Musume video on my recommended, and I really enjoyed it. It was the Joshimashi Monogatari one. I can't remember quite how to pronounce it. And then it led me to Hitosore by Juice Juice, which I'd literally just released on YouTube, and I just loved it and became really invested in the group. So that's sort of how I got into it.
I was super into Shigukara, the anime, but I didn't know that the people who sang the opening and endings were from Hello Project until a friend told me.
Good question. So I was like a DD for ages, and probably until Riko came in to Morning Musume, and then after she left, I switched to Do, and now I'm a big old fan of
Pretty cool, for sure.
Yeah, well, my first Oshi was Ishikawarika, and well, at that time, I only knew the golden era because, well, that was back in 2007. but I didn't get acquainted with current Morning Musume at that time until a year later in 2008. So, well, yeah, the first thing I knew was the golden era of Morning Musume, and my first Oshi was Tejikawa Rika. And I also liked Yoshisawa Hitomi and Konma-san.
Do you have like any current Oshi?
Current? Yeah, well, as you know, I'm a fan of Anjurumu. I don't know how to pronounce whatever. What the fuck? My Oshi is Kamiko Kurumoi. Actually, she's my favorite of the whole Hello project. So yeah.
Sayashi, as I said, and also Ayumin from Morning Musume.
My first Oshi out of all idols was Takaki Ureni from Momori Clover Z. It wasn't really like Oshi though, she was kind of just like a member I liked the most. My first hardcore Oshi was Machan Sato Misaki from Morning Musume. Yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with her, if you couldn't already guess.
Yeah, I really liked Michishika Sayumi and then Nika Kirisa, but it never really got to Oshi level. And then later on, when I found out about the rest of the groups, I really fell for Uemura Akari.
Yeah. From there it was Yurina. She was so cute and so good, and in Kyoto it was Mai. She was so tiny and so cute with a big legs. I really love her, even though she's not really a good singer, to be honest. And in Morning Musume it was Gaki, Nika Kiriza, and Avon. They were, yeah, the best.
Do you have any current favorites?
Sasaki Rikako. I love her, really. She's my favorite idol of all time. And in other Hello Project groups, I would say for just Akari. I really love Akari. Tsubaki Yumeno. Perfect. Morning Musume Cell. It was my time, but you know, my son's not here anymore. I had to switch, so it's Cell. And for Bianco, Mio.
Oh, so at first it was actually Takahashi Ai-chan. I liked her. I thought she was really cool, and like the Do It Now video, for example. I thought I really liked her dancing back then. Things like that. So I liked her in kind of Many Moni. Some of the things. Actually, I mentioned I watched that Jugo Ninde Nonstop concert from 2003. Not many of our current fans may even know that concert, but in that concert, the Many Moni did a performance of Crazy in Love, Crazy About You. That's that song, and I thought like Ai-chan was really cool in that, and liked her dancing in that too. So that's kind of what got me to like it before. I don't know, because I didn't really, the term Oshi didn't even come around for a few years, so she was probably my favorite at the time. The first one I'd probably call an actual Oshi would probably be Tanaka Reina, which of course she always was around when I started in 2003, but I really started liking her more in like 2006 or so. I feel like she kind of bloomed in a way there, and really started kind of getting almost in a Stan type way, like a more kind of, obsessive is a little stronger word, but very, very strong fan. Like I wanted to look into all kinds of stuff with her. I translated her blogs a lot back then, for example, things like that. And tried to follow a lot of stuff that she did. So she'd probably be the main, and I still call her kind of my, because she's still around, thankfully, doing performances and stuff, kind of my Kami-Yoshi, and has hardly changed either, because she's a vampire like Sayumi and the other 6 Gen. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, I call Rena my Kamiyoshi, and she'll kind of always be the top there. But yeah, I definitely like current members. Like Rikuko is of Anju. I think in the Anju Discord server there, I have the Rikuko role and stuff for a reason. But Ayumi, I've always been a big fan of. I kind of like I like girls who are good at dancing. Interesting personalities. And that I've actually kind of been an Ayumi fan all the way from the beginning. They would probably be kind of my Oshis of those groups right now. I also like Yohane and Beyonds. I've really come to like lately. So but I mean, I like a lot of theirs. There's almost no girls I kind of dislike. It's mostly just kind of learning about them and learning what's unique about them and how cute they are and things like that. So,
I mean, except for Ayumi, I pretty much always go for the girls who I feel have some sort of authority. Mostly because when I see a girl who has some sort of authority over the younger members, I feel like, wow, she's worked hard, she's been here for a long time. So I think even before I even consider myself a big fan, I really loved Ayacho and Take, mostly because I could see that they've been here for a long time. I watched Smile Edge videos and I could see that they've really been here way longer than the others, and I just looked up to them. Like I'm about their age, and I was like, wow, these girls are just like a year younger or older than I am. And they're already doing things like this. They have careers, and here I am in my depressing little room in Sweden doing absolutely nothing and missing homework. So I really looked up to them, and it still goes. Like, all the older members, I have such huge respect for. Like, I think that I will probably look up to a lot of them, like, way, way, way into my later adult years, because they're just such strong women, all of them.
Forever and ever, Tsurunaga Momoko.
And do you have like any current Oshi?
Actually, would be Kitagawa Ryo and Matsumoto Wakana.
Okamura Minami.
I'll probably say Zuki. Because even though I was a fan of the Morning Musume before Zuki joined, I can't remember having a particular favorite. I remember I liked Ai-chan for a while, and also I liked Yoshi for a while, but with Zuki, it was like just immediately like her audition footage. I was watching it, and then it was just her star.
When I watched Hitosore, I immediately fell in love with Ruru when she had her solo in the original recording of it, and I just thought, yeah. And she's still my favorite.
Yes. So my favorite, my Kamiyoshi is Yumi Kuro from Juice. I also like Ebi. I call her Ebi Chama, but she's one of the newest members that joined, along with Risa and Ichika. She's another favorite of mine. I also like Mei-chan and Homura from Morning Musume, and I also like the newest group, Ochinoma. Specifically, Rui has to be close to my Oshiman right now.
I think I'm Jeremy because they're different sort of music. Since it was my lady before, it was pretty cute and girly, and in Jeremy they have this rock thing in a lot of songs, but just cute. I think it's easier for a lot of people since you can find a lot of different type of music in Jeremy.
I would say Morning Musume because it's the most famous one, and it has a very long history in the industry. It got a lot of influence on what the industry has become. Also, I would recommend Beyonce in Hello Project because they are a very unique personality, very theatrical, very fun, and they are always very entertaining to watch. And obviously, I'm very into Under the Moon, so I can't not recommend you Under the Moon. I think it helps to put that into words, but when you watch them, there's they are really fierce, very powerful when they perform. And when you follow their DVDs or their more entertainment side, it's really funny to follow them. So yeah, I would definitely recommend Under the Moon as well.
I think maybe Beyonce, because they don't have that much history yet, so it's not like overwhelming much they have to look up. And as like a personal experience, when I showed people stuff from Hello Project, Beyonce was the one that they liked the most in the beginning, especially because they have this kind of lore thing around them, so it's really easy to understand the songs when you watch the first song and then you go to the second song and you're like, oh yeah, I understand that reference. So I think it's really fun.
Recommend Juicies immediately. Like, I think it's easy for people who are not so into idols specifically to get into, especially because they're all really pretty, really good at singing, the performance level is high, and also they're not like, I mean, they put in some younger girls recently, but like, as of last month, up until last month, they weren't like children.
You always recommend Smart Factory, of course, but also if want something more G-Fred, Beyond, and Jodomo.
I'm not so much sure about the idol groups, since the only idol groups that I follow is Hello Project, but I guess it's the music style for sure, and like how the groups names are all very strange.
Yeah, I feel like the one thing about Upfront is I do like how overall they tend to like members that have like unique names and and have like unique interests, and especially if they've known about Hello Project prior, they always seem to go directly towards them. They do their best to manage the girls, I feel, and I feel like the way they bring towards raising these girls as and as idols is really good too, because you don't really see that a lot. They're I feel like each of the members are very meek, very respectful. You don't see too much scandals as much with them, set apart from their other J-pop counterparts. So I definitely think it's like how they instill a certain standard towards the groups. I feel like really sets them apart from the others.
I think the reason I kind of went back into HP and away from K-pop was because K-pop's idea of an idol is like they're perfect. You see them on the stage and everything. But with Hello Project, because I like to see them develop and improve and get better, and I didn't get to see that much of it when I was following K-pop groups. And like, sure, K-pop groups, some of those bigger groups that get famous, they release documentaries and they show them, oh, they were like this before. But I kind of prefer to see their progress as they change. Not kind of like a flashback perspective. So I think that was one of the major appeals and made me like go back to Hello Project. And because I think with J-pop I'm not that familiar, because the other main J-pop group I follow is Arashi, and I feel like they're quite similar to Hello Project in some. Um, I don't follow many groups from J-pop. So, but yeah, I think because K-pop exudes perfection, so that's one of the things. And the other thing, oh yeah, maybe like because Hello Project picks members with specific qualities to their voices, so you can easily figure who's singing and whose line it is. But because I tried following other idol groups and it was kind of difficult to pick out who is singing and who isn't because they all sounded pretty similar. Like maybe I only follow HPs. I don't know. That was kind of the impression I got after like going through a few groups.
Right now, their professionalism. Why? Well, in terms of vocal quality, I don't really know because I have seen other idol groups of the moment, and they are basically leveled with other projects in terms of vocal power. But I think that Hello Project has something for everyone because well, you have the crazy group and Jurimu, you have the theatrical group which is Beyonce, you have the techno group which is Morning Musume, you have the delicate cute group which is Tsubaki Factory, and I think that's the thing that sets Hello Project apart the most from anyone else. Their variety, and also, like I said, their professionalism, because I think they take their performance very seriously.
Also, I think the Hello Project as a whole, like the songs and the dances are kind of goofy, and Hello Project has kind of been like building on that since Love Machine basically. So I think that kind of sets them apart from the others. Like whereas a lot of the idols in the mainstream are like they're just really cutesy dancers, they're like, you know, really appealing to like, you know, the general male demographic, whereas like Hello Project, like they got their legs at weird angles and stuff. Like it's just it's goofy as hell, and like it's a good thing. It's a good thing, but like, you know, when you go on the comments of a Hello Project music video, and all the Japanese comments are like, this is so like, I'm getting secondhand embarrassment, this is like really uncool, it's like, but they're all praising it, and then it's all good stuff, so I guess that kind of sets it apart. There's really no feeling of like, sheep.
I think it's just this kind of solidarity feeling. Like, of course, a lot of groups have a solidarity, but when it comes to Hello Project specifically, it's because you have all of these groups that kind of work together that I feel like it becomes a family of sorts. Like, I've had friends online who didn't even really know who any of the other groups were, but since they knew that, oh, well, they're part of Hello Project, so I can talk to other fans. Like, we all kind of connect in a way, and I feel like that's just beautiful. I feel the only other company that really does have that in a way would probably be AKS, or I guess they're not called AKS anymore. But because the 48 groups do have a similarity like that, but also the members are just so many that even when I was the most into 48 groups, I never felt that same kind of connection between the groups and the fan bases. It's more of a rivalry thing more than anything. Not for all of them, of course, but a lot of the time that's the feeling I get. So I just love Hello Project mostly because we can all be fans of different groups, but we're still the same fandom in a way, and I just think that's beautiful. And it's so much fun. Even when I wasn't into like Tsubaki Factory at all, I went on Twitter and I have all of these people who are so passionate about Tsubaki Factory, and I'm like, whoa, okay, wait, I really need to look into these girls more because these people are passionate and I want to be in on that passion. And I don't feel like any other company really does that the same way that Hello Project does.
I think it's really interesting though. You know, I've been questioning a lot to myself lately of like what has kept me in long enough, and I think it's just something I always like new additions being added, but especially recently there's been way too many additions. But I think there's like always there's something there with Hello Project that's kind of kept me in, just because like, you know, even though the members and generations have changed over time, I feel like there's still something in there. Like the spark hasn't really left me yet, and I feel like there's still something in Hello Project to enjoy. Like the music, the members, it's just something about it that just keeps me hooked. And especially when I got to go to Japan 3 years ago and got to see Morning Musume live, that was very magical in itself, and it just really reminded me of how much I love idols and how Hello Project being the first fandom idol-wise that has, you know, been with me since the very beginning. It just kind of reminds me like, wow, there's still something there. It hasn't left, and I look forward to continuing to follow as long as I can.
Oh gosh, stick with it. I've seen so many fans, of course, being around for a long time that, you know, they get caught up and get interested in something. You know, they get interested in Machan or get interested in a specific girl, and then like when that girl graduates or hits a scandal or something, they're just like they're done with it and like they leave and they're not interested. But there's, I mean, like I've been saying with Morning Musume, they've been around for almost 25 years now. Other groups have been, like Juice has been around a while, Anju in some form has been around for quite a while now. There's always something good and new coming up. You might really like a girl right now. You'll have an Oshi. This is where kind of the Oshi thing almost has a problem. If you are Oshi and that's like your Oshi for life or something like that, and you say you'll never like somebody else, which I've certainly seen people like that, but I mean, there are so many, you know, cute, talented girls, whatever you're looking for, that there's always someone new that I think deserves your attention and support.
That one I really don't know. It's like if it still gets your attention, you go with it. Like I thought I was about to leave when the very hiatus occurred, but then I saw Kobushi and I was like, I guess I'm still here. All that with Momochi being the playing manager of Country Girl, so everything happens. If you leave, you leave. If you don't, you don't.
I think just being open-minded when it comes to Hello Project, it's not just one group. Hello Project is obviously an umbrella of multiple groups, and I think just being open-minded and kind of letting yourself be open to the idea of the new groups, new members, and just the idol system in general for like graduations, generations, that sort of thing. Not being like, oh, I don't like this group because they're new or they're adding new members, I don't like the new members. Just kind of being open-minded to change and that sort of thing. Because if you're open-minded to change and you take it in, these groups are going to change in 5-10 years. So being open to that and willing to follow them through that is going to help you, follow for longer.
So I thought about that, and I think the first point about it is to have favorite girls, to have Hershey's that you're really into, because it will help you. Like you will constantly follow whatever they do, so you will just follow them for years if you're lucky enough to have to follow girls that really last a long time. So yeah, I would recommend getting attached to some girls, and obviously if you're really into the music, it will be very easy for you to keep on following them. So yeah, I would say having a favorite group, having one or more favorite girls, and being very into the music of the groups you follow. Yeah.
It's like to enjoy the moment, so I cannot like, answer this properly.
Favorite memory? It's a pretty recent one because my memory has been jumbled up from all the things that's been happening for the past 10 years. But last year's With Live and Limista like period for Beyond. Again, going back to like the whole unity of the Bio fandom. Literally, all of us would be like supporting one another towards throughout their like With Live session, and then we'd like stay up just to see how like something went for them. And then yeah, just that was a really good memory for me.
My first time. The first time it was with 21 Madame Cinderella. It was the first time discovered for me. So I think it was the best memory. New things, new world, everything. And yeah, it was really good. But at that time, I was alone. I didn't anybody who loved J-pop. It was a little bit lonely as a fan, but yeah, it's my most important memory.
To me personally, I don't think I have something like that. What can I say? Yeah, there was that. I don't know if it counts because it's not exactly Hello Project, but because Riho Sayashi is now graduated from Hello Project. But last year, on her radio show, so outside of projects, she has one girl from Perfume, the group, as a guest, and both they read my question in English, so that was a big moment for me. But it's not exactly related to Hello Project. I think it about Hello Project. I don't have a personal memory, but every time there is new content and we just comment live what we're watching. I really like that kind of moment. Yeah.
It's not like a specific memory, but more of just like a thing that's happened since I've joined the fandom was the Discord community, obviously. Biased admin of the server. But Discord, I think, has been really good for me and for a lot of other people in socializing and getting to know other fans and just bonding over like watching recent concerts, watching old concerts together. A lot of my most fond memories are things that have happened within the Discord community, making friends, and it's just made me really happy having the community coming together in Discord and bonding over Hello Project and personal lives as well. You know, we've made some good personal friends through the Discord. I've met people in the Discord, like outside of Hello Project events. I went to, I think it was like a couple of years ago today actually, I went to London and met a friend who was visiting from Romania, and we met through a Hello Project line group. So I think the social media, especially the Discord side of things, has brought me a lot of happy memories of making friends and watching content and things like that together.
I don't know if there's like one particular, just like when there's good things happen and everyone shares like their thoughts on it, or if something really great is going on, like if new members are announced or a new group or a new song comes out and everyone is just happy about the content and shares their experience and thoughts, and I think that's just nice to have other people to talk about it and be as excited as I am myself.
I would probably say, and this is gonna be weird, when I made my like yearly ranking last year of like all of the singles that had come out, I put Kageriaru Moment as my least favorite song that came out in 2020. And that sparked a discussion. I think it was just me and like 3 other people, but 2 of us were like on the side of, it's not that great of a song, you guys. They should have given us more. And 2 people were like, it's the best song ever released. You guys are wrong. And it was just, we really just discussed in the comments for like so long. And it was just so much fun. Like even if we didn't agree with each other, it was just, we were throwing things around like, oh, Mirror Mirror has way better moments, like the mascara moment that Momona does, and Kageriaru doesn't have anything like that. And they were like, oh, Kageriaru has like the drums that Mirror Mirror doesn't have that. And it was just, it's such a silly thing in a way. And I wish I remembered who it was, except for me. But it was just so much fun. I like just discussing these songs. And again, I was pretty new in the fandom still at the time. So that is definitely one of my many favorite moments that I've had since I got into the fandom. I look at that conversation every once in a while and I'm like, yeah, Kagediya Remote is not that great of a song. And then I just remember them like being, you're wrong on me. And it's just so much fun.
The first event I went to, I was modeling a fashion show at a record machine and Up Up Girls was performing. And I have been like full in love with like Cuddy since she was in Egg still. So my manager actually bought me like CDs so I was allowed to go and take with all of them. And I got to like see her face and her and her like from Eggs. And she was like, you're really serious? Yeah. So that was my first ever interaction, so I got that out. Other than that, if we're going on the Up Up Girls, I know it's not exactly for the project, but like I walked past Konatsu in H&M in Shibuya once, and it's just crazy to see them out and about because when they're next to each other, they're all beautiful. But then when you see them outside in front of like normal people, you see how incredibly beautiful they are compared to like us random like disgusting bottom feeders on the street. So like when you see all the idols together, they're all idols. You see them in the street, it's like, oh, amazing. This can happen. So that was memorable because the whole time I was she's out. Other than that, I guess when I was on TV shows because after shooting finished, like Mana-san was sitting directly in front of the toilet. That's about it. But I could see the back of her head and her all this one. I love her so much. But after we finished, like the 20 rounds, she was like, I'm just gonna sing and she gave me a handshake. I was like, is this okay? Is this allowed? Can I handshake you without paying for it? Are you sure? Do you want me to slip you or something? Like, they were just really nice. So in the ending credits of the TV program, you can see us like talking. So I have that saved on my phone.
My favorite memory in the fandom would be, well, I have a lot, but I mean, my favorite memory in the fandom would be, I don't know, watching graduations while chatting in Twitter, or in the stream that happens. You know that there are some members in Twitter that kindly give us streams to watch, and yeah, well, basically it, because well, another favorite memory in the fandom would be when well, this is really personal, right? When Anjurimu announced their Mexican concert in 2019, a lot of my mutuals who knew that I was a huge Anjurimu fan send me DMs like, "Oh my God, congratulations! When are you going to go?" And, okay, yeah, and I had very long conversations about what I wanted for the concert. Well, that is a nice memory for me, and well, the fact that I managed to have made I don't know if friends, because I don't know if they see me as a friend, but nice acquaintances that have been mutuals with me since like a really, really long time.
Well, it would have to be the best memories are ones shared with the rest of the community, and I don't know if I could point to one, but well, no, I probably can point to one. The best memories are the concerts and conventions and such that I've been able to go to around the U.S. here, where Hello Project X have come, and meeting the fans, hanging out with them. Meeting the fans, hanging out with them, and as well as enjoying the acts. And probably the top one there. It was always fun seeing Barry's Kobo. We saw them at SakuraCon in Seattle once. We saw them at I can't remember the name of it, Anime Next, I think, in New Jersey. That was a pretty cool time in New Jersey, because rather than like Seattle or Los Angeles or something where they've come in the past, it wasn't a big city. It was kind of like it was kind of weird. It was kind of the middle of nowhere in middle New Jersey for some reason. So it wasn't too far from like New York City where you could just go there, but it wasn't the city at all. But because it was that smaller state, there were just a few hotels and a few restaurants and things like that. And we got to just hang out with the fans a lot because everybody was kind of in the same area. We got to see the girls a lot more because there weren't too many places they could go. Like everybody knew where they were staying in the hotel. We happened to come across them in a restaurant at one time, which was kind of awkward, but also kind of interesting, an interesting memory. But yeah, it would definitely have to be the times when able to share things with the other fans like that.
In 2017 in Chile, before the concert, before even it was announced, we did some meetings that were so fun. We had prizes for contests like answering questions, which I don't know how I won like 3 times by drawing like these Pictionaries, that game where you draw. Well, but guessing the members, we had karaoke and all of that. That was fun, and actually, we are trying to do it again, but also COVID arrived, so we haven't been able. I would like to see those type. I like that memory. I like to recreate them again. And I also would love to see people from other countries, from other cities, being able to have those kind of experiences.
Mm, uh, favorite memories? I think there's 3. So the first one is actually when Ai-chang said and remembered that the fans at the Taiwan concert waved the member color purple because during that Taiwan concert few members had solo songs to sing, and she commented during one of the MCs, "It's very sweet of you guys to like wave member color pin lights." And I remember she still mentioned it when she was doing an interview for some program or something, and I thought that was very sweet. The more recent one would be definitely the Andrew concert in Taiwan. The venue was smaller, but I feel like I got to see the girls even though I was kind of at the back row, and it was just kind of nice to see them and whole time. And so I think definitely the Andrew concert, and then the third one is probably trying to do more translating for whether just the tiny stuff or the HBT Discord one. Yeah.
Waking up at like a stupid time in the morning to watch my name get read out by like Mayoshi. And oh yeah, it was like 1 in the morning, and I had work the next day at like 7 in the morning.
So my favorite memory, I think, would be just the time I got to learn more about the fan culture a little bit more. Coming from like starting in the fandom back in 2005, I didn't really have a full understanding of the culture, the fan culture, But I feel like once I met fans in person for the first time, I've interacted with online for a couple of years during my time. They really taught me a lot about like how important it is to be like supportive of like a group or a member, not being afraid to show your passion for something that you love, and not letting others that may not understand tear you down regarding your interests. And I feel like that's a memory that I cherish a lot, because it really helped me to realize how much passionate I am about idols, and how I want to continue to to support as much as I can, and be vocal as possible too, because as someone that's very introverted, I didn't like talk about it a lot, but now I feel like being exposed to other fans, meeting fans in person, it has definitely showed me that, hey, it's okay to be passionate and to love what you love and not let differences hinder that. So that's definitely a memory I always cherish.
Favorite memory? This is a pretty recent one, because my memory has been jumbled up from all the things that's been happening for the past 10 years. But last year's With Live and Limista like period for Beyonds. Again, going back to like the whole unity of the Bio fandom. Literally, all of us would be like supporting one another towards throughout their like With Live session, and then we'd like stay up just to see how like something went for them. And then just that was a really good memory for me.
Me gustaría mucho expresar cuánto amo Hello Project, cuánto me gustaría que toda la comunidad, en especial latinoamericana, que habla español, sea más unida, también con los que no hablan español, podernos comunicarnos más, y todo eso, que mantengamos ese cariño que le tenemos a las idols, y seguir aquí apoyándolas. Ya si uno pierde el interés, recordar por lo menos es el haberlas seguido con mucho cariño, y como dicen el grito de Andrew antes de los conciertos: keep your smile.
Okay, bueno. Hola, me llamo José. Yo he sido un fan, yo soy de México, he sido un fan de Hello Project por 13 años. Básicamente ha sido mi vida esta última década. Me encanta Hello Project y espero que siga por muchos años más, divirtiendo a mucha gente en todo el mundo que la sigue. Saludos.
Jag har varit ett fan av Hello Project sedan jag var bara 12-13 år gammal, och jag tycker verkligen att det är någonting som alla i hela världen verkligen kan uppskatta, och det är någonting som för folk tillsammans. Om du är ung, om du är gammal, oavsett om du är kille, tjej eller någonting däremellan, så finns det verkligen någonting för alla, och jag är jätteglad att jag blev ett fan av det.
Bonjour tout le monde, c'est Charlotte, une des fans du Hello Project. Je sais que nous sommes très nombreux en tant que Français dans cette communauté. Et voilà, j'espère que nous serons de plus nombreux à faire acte de présence dans cette communauté et à continuer de suivre les filles que nous admirons beaucoup. Voilà.
Ich hoffe, dass sobald Corona zu Ende ist, dass es die Möglichkeit wieder gibt, dass die einzelnen Gruppen auch wieder nach Europa kommen, weil wir würden uns sehr, sehr freuen, hier gemeinsam Hello Project zu erleben.
Hello， 大家好，我是静婷，我现在访问的是，主要是早安家族里面比较活跃的，算是Twitter的群体，所以大家喜欢早安家族的话，我们Twitter上也很活跃哟，欢迎加入我们。